Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here, and this video is going to be 5 or 6 things. I'll probably fix the title and put the right number in when I figure it out. Things you should be doing week 1 of patch 11.2. I made a video last week about 5 things you should do right now in 11.1 for the patch hits. This video is corresponding to the day the patch hits week 1 of 11.2. There are a handful of things you can do, unlike the last few patches, to optimize your character's vaults, your gearing, progression, all that week 1. Before the raid opens week 2 of the patch. So yeah, a quick shameless plug. I plugged it the last few videos. I feel like I should probably do it here as well because the patch is coming. We're pushing for 100k subs on the channel this year on YouTube. If you guys aren't subbed, would consider doing so. That would mean the world to me. If not, that's okay. Love you all the same. But yeah, you know, figure we throw that out there. All right, so getting into this here, we have a couple spreadsheets we're gonna look at here. Spreadsheets, documents, and all that. These are not mine. Credit to where credit's due. They're smarter than me. Flashbang warning. Sorry. Larias makes a Raiders guide, like a guide on basic what you want to do week 1 of the patch, pretty much every time. And there's some things in here we're going to mention for sure. There's a lot of things talking about like infinite augment runes, rep, like degen maxing, all that kind of stuff. Week 1, week 2. I'm not going to read through all this stuff obviously because a lot of it's sort of just like based on your own character's progression and all that. But regardless, if you guys want to read this, read through it. Very, very awesome sheet, link down below, as well as Fisher's S3 gearing guide. This is also a sheet I believe Fisher makes every single patch. Very, very cool. It has the gearing upgrades for heroic, mythic, all the way to plus 12, how many crest it drops, vault levels, LFR, all this stuff here. I'll link both down below. I believe they keep them both pretty up to date, which is awesome. I will reference this a lot on my own. Week 1, 2, 3 of the patch, and everything. So if you guys want to bookmark either of these, yeah, definitely feel free to do so. And credit to them. They are awesome. Yeah. Okay, so getting into, I guess, more or less the actual optimizations in game. So there is this season, 11.2, unlike every other patch in history of the game before, there's going to be a vault. The first vault you open that's going to have 11.2 gear in it is going to be the week of the raid opening, which is week 2 of the patch. So to make this a little easier on us, here's a calendar. So the patch drops here, which is crazy to say. It's dropping in a few days already. It drops right here. There's no vault for 11.2 right here. This is going to be 11.1 rewards or whatever, probably. The first vault of the season is going to have 11.2 gear in it, though. It's going to be right here. This is the day the raid opens. This is when you can see it right here. It opens up. Fun time begins. Race the world first. All that. We're casting that for Liquid this time again, too. Very exciting. I'll be Cali for that. The day you log in, this Tuesday, right here, you're going to have 11.2 rewards in your vault if you do things week 1, which is right here, starting on the 5th. There's a couple things you can do. The first thing you want to do, I guess there's 2, depending on the order you want to do, but regardless, you want to run 8 Mythic Zeros. Now, Mythic Zeros are going to be open, day 1 of the patch coming out on the 5th. Tazavesh is not open, though. Mythic Zeros and hard mode are not open. I don't really even know why at this point. I don't know, but not a big deal. So, looking at your Great Vault, mine is probably full at this point, but you're going to want to run, I don't know how to even pull my Great Vault up at this point. There's so many buttons in this game, but either way, you need 8 dungeons to fill your dungeon slots, right? So, you're going to run 6 of these, all 6, Arakara, Dawnbreaker, Priory, Floodgate, Ecodome, Halls of Atonement, and then you'll run 2 of these again. So 7 and 8 will be a second Arakara, a second Dawnbreaker, whatever you want. And it'll put you in a spot where you'll have 8 slots in your Great Vault, all filled up. I think my vault's in here, actually, isn't it? There we go. Yep, you'll have all 8 slots filled up in your vault, and those will be champion eye-level pieces. Now, it might not seem incredibly impactful, but there's a lot of good items from M0s this season. On top of that, we're assuming you can get tier pieces from there as well. So being able to open the vault the day the raid opens and yoink a tier piece out of there, that's phenomenal. That is incredible. If tier is actually in there, which we're assuming it is. But regardless, run 8 of these, run these 6 and run 2 more twice. Technically just run 8, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but it is a weekly lockout for M0s as far as we know, and bosses drop loot individually. There's no end of run chest like there is an M+. Make sure to loot the bosses. Now there's a lot of good items this season if you're a caster. I mean, there's Sackbrood and Arakara. Dawnbreaker has this crystal here, which is doing pretty well. There's obviously rings, weapons, everything else. Priory has a new neck, which is added crit burst. It also has Signet. Floodgate has whatever, but Ecodome has a very good trinket. The Azakarian Parapodia, very, very good. At the same time, this is not too bad either. Lily of Eternal Weave, and you also have Halls, which is just Halls and fun to run, and there's all that. This gear in here, even in M0's baseline, drops at 681. So it's basically the same eye level as crafted max myth gear from the current season on retail. I guess I'm scaled up a little bit here, but whatever. Either way, this is PTR. You get that. You can upgrade that using the two lesser relevant crests. I forgot what they're called, but like the two subpart ones. I think weathered and actually we can reference this sheet here. They are called weathered and carved. There we go. Very cool. You can use these runed and gilded if you acquire some this week through various means. Definitely don't use those, but weathered and carved you can pretty much use to upgrade the M0 gear if you want, all the way to 690 before the runed kicked in. So don't use those, but you can upgrade a lot of this gear to 690. If you pull like an Azakarian Perpadia, whatever it is from Ecodome or something along those lines, could be really, really worthwhile. Even just weapon upgrades, whatever, random pieces, could be really, really strong. You can optimize your character week 1 with these M0 dungeons. Now, second thing out there is actually doing some delves. So, restore coffer keys are going to reset this patch. Like we do every patch, you can get them from, I think, the weekly quest. I think there's some boxes in the zones that are locked up somewhere. I think there's like 2 key quests a week or something like that. I think maybe. You can get them from doing the weekly events as well. I think like the initial theater gives them little world events and stuff at this point. You are going to want to acquire these, but you don't want to use them yet. You want to save them for the week the raid comes out on the 12th, when full delves, full gearing unlocks. You can go into bountiful delves and get a hero piece by using a key in the end, right? I guess technically that'd be using a map in the end, but save them for week 2 regardless. But what you do want to do with delves, so you're going to also want to fill your vault with delves. Now, at the same time, you can run 8 delves. It doesn't matter which ones you run, but you're going to have to level your delves up all the way from, unfortunately, all the way from level, I think, 1 to 8 to get here. Now, you'll see mine, I think it's 4 actually. So 4 to 8, you have to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to want to run 8 tier 8 delves. And that is because tier 8 delves, if I can find my Great Vault here somewhere in this mess, they give hero rewards in the Great Vault. Now, there's a bit of confusion on PTR. Currently, tier 8 delves are, I guess, listed as giving champion rewards, but I think it's a bug. TLDR, 8s might be scaled down to 7 rewards for week 1. Just do 8 8s. If you do 8 7s and 8s actually give hero gear, you're going to be mad at yourself. You're going to hate yourself. Just do 8 8s. It shouldn't be that bad to do. You can also push your delves all the way to 11 if you want to have your 11s unlocked for just, I think week 2, you can run them for Gilded Crest, I'm pretty sure, like the big ones. You can push them as high as you want, but make sure you do 8 tier 8 delves if you want to optimize your vault here, because it'll feel really good walking into, week 2 of the patch, week 1 of the raid, or on the raid coming out, and looting like a tier piece from your dungeon slot that's champion level. It'll feel even better walking in, pulling a hero tier piece out of your vault the day the raid opens, if tier's in the vault and if it gives hero. Worst comes to worst, there's champion pieces in here, maybe a tier piece, some pretty good trinkets in the raid from delves this time around also. There's the Void Shard. We're not totally sure if things like Energy Drink and Funhouse Lens are in this patch. They don't appear to be on the vendors for delves, which are new this patch, but they still might be able to drop from the vault or end of delve rewards. So not really sure. Regardless though, 8 tier 8 delves, 8 M0 dungeons, get them done for vault optimizations, and hopefully pull something good week 1 of the raid. Number 3, or maybe 4, I'm not even sure the order of this video at this point, but the next thing up here is going to be getting the Darkmoon Faire buff. The Darkmoon Faire opens up week of the patch. Should say it in the calendar. Yep, Darkmoon Faire 8.3 to 8.9. You can go there and ride the Ferris wheel, get a buff, and whenever you're doing quest for the actual like new reputation, I think it's called Koreshi something. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's something along those lines. Get Darkmoon Faire buff, Koreshi Trust, yeah. Whenever you're doing like quests for them, get the rep buff so you get more rep for them. At the same time, it does mention here somewhere, when someone reaches Renown 5, they can purchase a rank 3 rep contract, I believe. Do not do world quest until someone else reaches Renown 5. You can purchase a rank 3 rep contract. I think this means these are on the auction house. You can buy them and do, the world quest. I think somebody else like needs to buy the pattern with rank 5 and put it up. Make sure you have that contract if you're looking to like min-max rep a crazy amount. As far as like getting the augment runes concerned, Laria mentions there's no way to get like the infinite one week 1 like there was in Still. They do mention you can get some ones just from doing the Soul Hunters later on in the raid, at like week 8. Renown 18 is like, there's no way to grind it infinitely. So honestly, at this point, just do the quest weekly, whatever. There's no way to degen at week 1 or 2. I don't really care a whole lot about it. I'll do the quests when I can and all that. But if you want to min-max rep and stuff, be sure to get the Darkmoon Faire buff and go from there. At the same time, there's a third sheet right here, which I will link down below as well, which a friend made. It has a lot of in-depth information, a lot of awesome links to Wowhead as well, with the articles that they got this information from, talking about the artifact cloak, the new zone, the new quest lines, all that stuff. Do rank 8 delves, 8 M0s, all that. A lot of waypoints for phase diving, which is pretty important. I believe these give rep. They give rep as well towards the Crest Trust and stuff. Here's the new rep, the breakdown of all this stuff. Super like in-depth information. If you guys want to dig through this, new rep, Manaforge Vandals, there's the Rune. Rank 5 has recipes, Mantis runes, contracts. Yep. So there you go. New mounts. A lot of information in here. Also mentioning PvP in Dorangal. I haven't seen much about this when it comes to, week 1 of the patch, whatever. We can go look very briefly. I haven't seen a whole lot about it overall, but it was semi-relevant week 1 and 2. Or I guess patch 1, 11.0, 11.1. It would be right here. I believe right here. Just do this if you want to grab some PvP stuff and all that. Not super important for PvE, I don't believe this time around, but there's that. Mysterious Fortunes buff is live on 8.12, which is when the raid opens. Increased experience and rep rewards, which probably does not pertain to the current rep or the new one, Crest Trust. I'm not really sure. But yeah, super in-depth here. Also, hey, yeah, new drop coming. Watch your streams, like mine, down below for 4 hours. But a lot of awesome waypoints in here and stuff if you guys want information for that. So I'll link all these 3 sheets below. Fisher's, Lyria's, and the one my friend made right here. Down below if y'all want. But yeah, so number 4. So this is going to be one that I mentioned a little bit in the actual the video I made about things to do before the patch drops. One of the things I said was to not collect Renown rewards from the vendors. You cannot go collect those though. So if you haven't collected your Renown, like me, if you're lazy about it on retail, I don't know when I last collected rewards from these guys, but if you go talk to the vendors, they'll have a slew of quests for you. I have less here on PTR for some reason, but they have carved Crest, they have weathered Crest, they have Valorstones, they have like the lesser 2 Crest and Valorstones random rewards here. If you haven't collected these from retail, go grab them now, because the first season these came out, even S1 and S2, they did not count towards the actual Crest limit. Now this might change, but you were able to get these and go above the weekly limit, which if it's on PTR right now, yeah, so it's 630 right now because PTR's been out for a while. If it was like 90 week 1 for carved Crest and things, or weathered Crest right here, previously these did not count towards your seasonal max. So if I took 15 of these and the cap was 90 and I had 0 weathered Crest, I'd get 15, but I still have 90 available that week to get from M0s or whatever. So if you haven't collected those, maybe go grab them now. Maybe wait and see if someone else does, if it counts towards your cap or not. But regardless, these are all available now, or they've been there for a while. Now they're relevant. Don't grab them in 11.1. Wait till 11.2. At the same time, when the week's over, make sure to cap your Valorstones. But realistically, they should be capped regardless. And the last thing to do, which may seem a bit obvious, but I mean, it's worth mentioning. And there's one part of this which, actually might not be mentioned anywhere yet, but it's worth doing. Get your cloak. Obviously, Rishi wraps are out. Neri has some awesome guides on Wowhead. I'll link down below. There's how to get it, how to upgrade it, all that stuff. There are some fibers you need to get, or I guess commission from tailors that can give other effects to your cloak. At the same time, there's a guide on phase diving here, which is like a phased version of the new zone. Definitely have some ref rewards in there, some cool things to do. Knock that out for sure. And honestly, the last thing I'd say, just do the zone. It's super sick. Tazavesh is here. It's awesome in general. And one of the things that, like I mentioned last PTR, 11.1 and stuff, just in general, they usually put some kind of, hey, week 2 or 3. I'd assume it's like week 2, like the 12th, week 1 of the raid coming out. If you do the quest line, go in here, finish the chapter 3 or 4, whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's here. I haven't seen confirmation of it yet. If I find out later, I'll put the video in the description. But usually it's like, hey, you finished the campaign, go defeat Dementius. It will give you a free heroic crafting crest, which is actually pretty relevant depending on where you're looking at crest or how you're looking crest wise end of week 2. If you want to spend all your gilded or runed, depending on your upgrades and stuff, that's definitely worth doing. I don't believe story mode will be open week 2, but regardless, you can go in there and get that quest done, kill it on normal, kill it on heroic, whatever, and get that free heroic crafting crest, which honestly saves you, I guess, like 60, 45 or 60 heroic crest, which is pretty big week 2 or 3. So be sure to knock that out. Don't be like me on my alts where I waited forever to do it last time. I had to do like 4 different campaigns because I didn't do it week 1 of the patch. There is more to do week 1 of 11.2, but not overwhelming. You don't have to get 8 M0 stun. You don't have to do 8 tier 8 delves. If you want to have a better vault, awesome, that will help. You don't have to do the campaign, but I mean, if you're gonna do something, get the campaign done, get your crest done. This bird is still flying straight. I'm amazed I haven't crashed yet. Do all that stuff and have a good time. The zone looks sick. The raid looks fun. If you haven't looked at the raid or seen the zone yet, it's very, very cool. Hop on PTR and check it out, or wait a few days and the patch will be out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, once again, like and sub below helps out a ton. We're pushing for 100K subs this year on the channel. If we get there, great. If not, that's okay. I love y'all all the same. But yeah, do that. I think I'm about to get zapped here. I'm flying over the raid apparently, but that's all right. Much love. Thanks for watching. GG, GN, probably in game as well. Yep. And see you later. Peace.